Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You have stumbled up on Before It's Too Late Outdoor Adventures. We are once again in, I guess, eastern Iowa, little north. Let's say northeast Iowa anyway. We're on a trout stream. It is cold and it is windy as hell everywhere except for down in this hole. I burned a half a tank of gas getting here, and normally I can get here and home on a half a tank. Well, maybe a little more. But bucking that headwind the whole way, it was rough on the old step van, or rough on the gas tank. All right, guys, I'll turn you around and show you where we're at. Well, I might not even turn you around. I'll just show you what it looks like. All right. You look up there, nice rock outcroppings right here on the trout stream. And don't let that sunshine fool you. It is cold out here, people. And the van is up there, and we have yet to get camp set up. But we're going to go up there and do that right now. Try to drum up some firewood, and I'll see y'all when we get camp set up. All right, guys, as you can see, we have camp set up. Got a fire ring over there. A little bit of firewood we got to cut up. I don't know who cut that down, but I sure appreciate it. Not even sure what kind of wood it is. It's, I'm not sure. Looks like it's been cut for a little while. So we're going to process it up and hope like hell it burns. Got my generator over there chained to the bumper. Not like I don't trust anybody, but you know. I know it'll be there when I need it. Got my hatchets over there ready to roll. But I've got to show you this. Let me get you on the tripod and I'll show it to you. All right, guys, I had a company called, the best I can figure it's pronounced SEESII, SEESII, SEESII. Get a hold of me and ask me if I was interested in a 16-inch chainsaw. Well, yeah, I'm interested. Maybe if it works. Comes with instructions. Comes with a pair of baby gloves. You know they ain't gonna fit me. Now they're a little short. I don't know. I might make them work for something though. Give them to the wife when she takes my chainsaw. There it is. 6-inch cut. Got a little safety right there. And it comes with 2 batteries. I'm not sure how big they are. They're lithium ion. It says 2,000 on it, so I'm suspecting milliamps or whatever. How about that? But like I said, comes with 2 batteries, a charger, pair of safety glasses. You know we're all about safety. What did I tell you last time? Safety's my middle name. And we can get safer. Well, you know I ain't fixing to wear these. I don't know, I might though. What do you think? Can you see me? Anyway, got safety glasses. Then a whole complete toolkit. Thought I heard somebody creeping on me. Comes with a little wrench. I don't know what size that is, but I'm pretty sure it's metric. Comes with a screwdriver, and that is to tighten your chain with right here, and then get the screwdriver in right over here and, you know, adjust the bar in and out. Comes with 2 files, a triangle and a round one. Bet I can lose them in no time. And an oil bottle. It doesn't have an oiler on it. It is manual oil using that bottle. Comes with a spare chain. And it comes with a brush for basting barbecue sauce on whatever you got over your wood fire after you cut it with a saw. Really, I think it's to cut the saw with, but I bet before I brush that saw off, I put barbecue sauce on something with this brush. Just, you know, throwing that out there. All right, guys. I'm gonna get you cut off. I might put that to work here any second now. All right, guys. I got my wood cut up. Got it stacked up out there. I didn't split any. I came in to warm my hands. Looked at my fishing rod, and I thought, well, I got plenty of time to split wood. So I grabbed my rod, went down there. I made a few casts, but I tell you what, it's cold, and the wind is still blowing. So I came back, threw a thermometer outside, and just went out and checked it a while ago. It's 19 degrees out there. I have no idea what the feels like is or what the wind chill is, but I know it's cold. And as long as that wind's blowing like it is, I'm not going to build a fire. I don't want to be the guy that burns the forest down because I'm not hard to track. They'd figure that out in a minute. So I'm going to set in here. Might put a movie in, but definitely going to plot on what's for supper. I'm tell you what I'm thinking. All right, guys. You know, if you don't have a condition, you will have one after you eat some of these. Anybody know anything about these? Big John's Red Hots. It's actually what I had for lunch yesterday. You get you one of these or two of these, really, and a pack of crackers, you're in business. They are, these are like the king of processed meat. And I've seen them set on a bar in a gallon jug for over a year, and people still eating them. I don't think you can, I don't think they go bad. That's what they look like. Mm, they smell like goodness. This may be our lunch tomorrow, too. Thanks, Becky. All right, guys. I'm gonna get you shut off here till I figure out what I am gonna do for supper. because I mean, I got plenty to choose from. Just how ambitious do I feel? So we'll find out in a little bit. All right, be right back. Hey, good morning. It is, oh, I don't know, about 6:30, 6:40, something like that. Tell you what I do know. I woke up this morning about 5 minutes till 4. Looked at the thermometer on my new CO detector, and it said it was 65 degrees in here, or 66. I thought, well, that ain't bad. And I didn't pay any attention to what I set the heater on because I just click the remote, and when it's warm in here, I let it fly or whatever. But I sat around here for a little bit and thought about getting up, making a fire, and doing all kind of stuff. And finally, I fell back to sleep. At about 6:15, I woke up again, and the fuel pump seemed, I don't know, it seemed loud on the diesel heater. I thought, dang, for some reason that's awful loud. I don't know if it's getting loose or whatever, where it's mounted to the bracket in there or what. Then about 3 minutes later, I figured out why. It ran out of diesel. So from about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon to about 6:30 this morning, it burned a tank of diesel. So obviously I had it up pretty high, but it stayed warm in here all night. I sat up till I don't know how long watching videos, and so I thought, well, I got to put some diesel in it. There ain't no way around it. Threw my boots on, ran out there, and I had a thermometer laying on the table out here. So I looked at it real quick. It is 10 degrees outside. So I got the diesel heater fueled up, fired back up, came in here, made me a pot of coffee real quick. I don't believe I'm going to be in no big rush to go out there and build a fire. But we will. I mean, just I'm not getting in a hurry. 10 degrees out there, 60, what does it say in here now? 68 in here right now. I'm in no hurry to get outside, folks. But what I will do, get some coffee down my throat, and then we'll make the hard decisions. So I'll be back in a minute. All right. Boy, it's been a heck of a morning. Went out there to, I mean, it was just daylight or whatever. Thought, well, I'll start the generator and charge up my battery, and that way I can plug my coffee pot into the generator instead of my inverter. Man, everything was going smooth. Had to pull the generator a couple of times. On the way back in, I happened to look at the thermometer. Well, it was 10 degrees this morning before daylight. It still looked dark when I went out and gassed up the diesel heater. Walked by there, it was 8 degrees. I mean, as soon as it cracked daylight, the temperature dropped. Well, the sun's out now and it's shining, and temperature came all the way back up to about 11 or 12 while ago when I came in. And I messed around out there. I was going to start a fire. I didn't split any of that wood or anything last night like I should have. Man, I got out there messing around. My hands got so cold. And I even had my mittens on for my gloves. But I couldn't do it. I just said, the hell with it. I don't even need a fire because I ain't going to stand out there. So came in here. I got some biscuits in the oven. And my stove's about out of fuel. I have changed that. Then on this stove, I've got some sausage frying. I think I'll do me a couple of eggs and start off with a healthy breakfast. Then we'll go from there. Maybe the temperature will come on up. I don't know. Got to do something because it's too cold to mess around out there right now. I mean, it looks beautiful, but I don't know if you can see through these froze up windows or not, but we'll try to turn you around. You can see the sun shining though. But don't let it fool you. All right, guys. I will maybe get you a picture of this breakfast. Why won't my camera turn off? Something's wrong with it. All right, guys. Let me cut this down or cut it off. Watching the History Channel on a DVD. It's the history of the Alamo, the true history. Uh, it's been a heck of a day. I don't even know what time it is. Don't care. Fire never did go good. That wet cottonwood I had wasn't worth, even trying to light on fire. So we're gonna eat some lunch. Breakfast was good, but funny I couldn't build a fire outside. But I came back from fishing. Yeah, I tried fishing. That didn't last long. It's way too cold out there. Didn't catch anything anyway. But couldn't build a fire in a fire pit. Got back from fishing and came in here. I had a fire going in the garbage can in about 5 minutes. I got the garbage can up front, on the other side of that curtain. And I went up there and, of all things, and I know better, I emptied an ashtray in it. Well, apparently I'd just put a cigarette out. Then I noticed it was getting a little smoky in here. So I opened the curtain there and sure enough, the old garbage can was smoking. I was able to put it out with a bottle of water, but that don't make me feel any smarter. So remember, safety first. Oh, man. But I'm going to sit in here, try to get warm, watch a little TV here or movie. It's not watching it on an old computer that still has a CD drive. But I'll get back with you when we do something else. There hadn't been nothing going on out here. Nobody came through, nothing, which is fine with me. But it did get up to 25 out there, and it wasn't too bad when the sun was shining. Then it got cloudy again. Pretty good breeze, not like yesterday, but it's windy out there, and that don't help. So I'm gonna settle in here for a little bit and watch some TV. All right, our lunch was delicious. But while we're sitting here doing nothing, watching TV, learning history, that's important. But we're going to have a little refreshment. What I have here is a Happy Dad iced tea, the Big Papa. How about that? And I have a feeling a drink of this caliber, says hard iced tea up here on top. A drink of this caliber can only be enjoyed in one way. Now we're in business. Here's to you, Happy Dad. Not sure. I believe it has an artificial sweetener in it. Other than that, I don't know if I should have shook it up or what, but tastes kind of watery to me. Says it's 5% alcohol, but really, it tastes like a bottled iced tea or, canned iced tea or something. But we're going to drink it. Here's to you. All right. Tune in later. I don't know what the hell we're going to do, but we'll do something. All right. I've been sitting around here bored all afternoon. So, in anticipation of having a lovely supper, I came in here and baked this pie. It is one of those banquet pot pie apple pies. Get them right where you get pot pies, only they're apple, peach, whatever you want. And that is the apple. All right, let's wait and see what I do for supper. All right, guys, my intentions were to show you what I was going to cook for supper. But what I got there is some pre-cooked taco meat. It's already cooked and seasoned. You just got to heat it up. Got some bell pepper and onions there. Fiesta blend cheese. And some huge tortillas. Those are bigger than the skillet. But anyway, I opened the curtain there to throw away some garbage, and let me show you what I found. Hang on just a second. All right, guys, this isn't exactly what I wanted to see. I'm sure you can see the snowfall in there. And the problem is, where I'm at here, they don't really maintain these roads real well. They're when I came in, they're covered in ice where the snow had melted when we had those warm days, and pretty sure this can end any minute because this fresh skiff of snow on top of that ice is going to be a little treacherous trying to get out of here. But there you go. Check out those sweet lanterns. It looks like the camera's shaking. It is. I'm not sure if we can see the thermometer or not. I don't think it's too bad right now. About 21, 22. But I sure didn't want to see this snow. All right, I'll get back with you later. All right, I have never tried this pre-cooked taco meat before, but I've got my onions and peppers looking about right. I don't really want them real soggy. I want a little bit of crunch to them, but I did want to get them a little cooked. I already cut this stuff open. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. Different. I guess we'll see what it looks like when we get it all warmed up and mixed together. We'll find out. All right, guys. It really looks, hell, it looks like taco meat. Now, I'm going to show you something I learned from Ryan over at Dish Outdoors. Instead of getting all that out there and heating up a skillet or heating that up, you can throw your tortilla right on top of there to heat it up. And I don't know whether to do 2 of these or not. I'll be miserable, but we'll give it a shot. And I made another mistake. I thought I had some salsa in here, but apparently for some reason I took it out. I don't know if it's when I kind of cleaned everything out of my refrigerator or what. And probably don't have a plate big enough for that. Well, I'll go ahead and try to use a real plate. We'll see. I ain't gonna get too carried away. Uh-oh. just had a cheese emergency. Can't believe that I took my salsa out of here. Then again, I do a lot of stuff that ain't right. And I am not a burrito folder by any stretch. Man, I should have something to set that on. That don't look too bad. I just need something to set it on while I fold another one. Man, that looks good. You know, it'd really be nice if I had my salsa and some sour cream. Tell you something else. That leftover may go in an omelet in the morning. Don't know. We'll see. I don't know how much of that you could see on that last go around. Probably nothing. I don't know if you got to see the burrito folding on the last one or not. We'll try it again. Yeah, the other one turned out a lot better. That's a better looking burrito there. Probably my camera work could use help too. All right, guys, I'm going to eat this, watch a movie, and we'll check on the snow a little later. Good morning, everyone. I don't even know what time it is. Anyway, got to be getting close to 6:30. It is starting to get daylight out there. And I'm not sure how much snow we got, but if I had to guess, I'd say maybe an inch. But here's my problem. When I came in here, these roads were covered in ice. Well, what it was packed snow. Apparently, they don't plow down in here. And we had a warm spell and everything melted. But what melted on the road ended up being a layer of ice about, I don't know, some places an inch thick. And with this fresh snow on it, and this two-wheel drive van, and the hills and gullies getting out of here, I'm not sure how we're going to navigate this morning. This is Friday morning. I got here Wednesday about noon. Supposed to go home today, but depending on how these roads are, we'll see. But the first thing I got to do is, well, I'm going to eat breakfast, and then when it gets a little more daylight out there, I'll take you out there and show you around. But we'll check the roads, and I got enough gas. Well, obviously, I did burn more gas getting here than I expected. It took me about a half a tank just to get here. But anyway, gas ain't a problem. Got plenty of groceries, plenty of water, plenty of diesel for the heater, or I think plenty. Got gas for the generators because obviously we're not going to charge anything with solar today. So I think first thing this morning, I'm going to fire that generator up, get my house battery topped off, get my power station topped off, and go from there. We may leave, we may stay. I guess breakfast is the first thing, then we'll get outside and we'll take a look around. Well, it looks like it warmed up considerably overnight. It is 32. That would be 0 Celsius or Canadian. And this is what we're looking at. There's a lovely view of the facilities over there. But I don't know. I don't believe we got quite an inch of snow. But we are going to have to get it off the old Slumberjack. This place is beautiful. It, I don't know, something about it. I love this place. Did have a visitor yesterday. Well, not a visitor. A guy came through. He was letting his dog run in front of his side-by-side. Apparently he lives pretty close. And I've seen him down here before. And the dog just runs in front of the side by side, and he patiently follows it. He said the dog would run all day if he would let it. He has to make it get in and ride when he gets tired of following it, I guess. But seemed like a real nice guy, real nice dog. Shout out to Drew, the silver lab. But I don't know, these roads are going to be kind of tricky, especially in that van. But luckily there's no wind like we had when we were coming up here. I don't know, I think at the least I'm going to pack everything in the van, take the slumberjack down and put my chair and table and everything up, and then we'll go from there. We'll go out and kind of test the roads and see. I don't see any critters. I've been seeing a lot of eagles out here. Of course, you never see one when the camera's on. You don't know what that is? That's where a mouse came out of there. And believe it or not, an eagle can see that from way up in the air. Oh, there's a... What are we looking at here, folks? Can't get a clear enough. I believe that's coyote tracks. Well, because unless there's a dog running around down here that I don't know about. Can't get a clear print, but I believe it's a dog track, or, coyote. Anyway, it's beautiful. And it is way warmer than it was yesterday. A little skim of ice on the creek. Normally you can see the trout in here. Catching one's a different story. All right, guys. I believe I'm going to get inside and make me some biscuits and gravy. All right, there's an eagle. Yeah, flying the other way. Anyway, get in there and make me some biscuits and gravy with those leftover biscuits that I had from yesterday, and start being a productive member of society. Well, kind of antisocial, but productive anyway. All right, guys, so far we've driven about a half a mile, and we didn't have a bit of problems till we stopped here to shoot this outro. I don't know. If I make it up this little hill back here behind me, I should be good, hopefully. So, I don't know, when I stopped right here, the van, I can show you maybe I can show you where it slid on that ice under the snow. Whoa, shit, like I'm doing. But that is solid ice down there underneath that snow. So, wish me luck, guys. If not, I'll spend the night in the ditch. All right, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe.